And welcome to Weather and Ag in Focus on this Tuesday, March 10th, 2026. And we dodged a bullet here in the FM area. We only picked up a couple tenths of an inch of snow, but areas down to our south from around Ellendale through Wahpeton and Breckenridge over towards Fergus, those areas picked up anywhere between 2 to 5 inches of snow. So we got lucky here in the FM area with storm number 1. I'm Chief Meteorologist Dean Wysocki. Bridgette Readel is out and about somewhere. She's got a few days off. Where is Bridgette traveling the countryside, or what's going on there, Addison? Any clue? Did she let anybody know?
Keep track of.
She's just out and about doing, whatever she does.
Doing whatever Bridgette does
on her days off. Hopefully,
I think she's. Don't quote me on this. I'm probably incredibly wrong on this. I think she's out teaching some kind of class somewhere.
Ah, well, she would be the one to teach, and hopefully, people are listening and learning. But yeah, so Bridgette's got a few days off, so Addison and I will be manning the ship, and hopefully, it's better than last Friday's show. If you weren't able to catch us last Friday, I was off, and I heard it was just a phenomenal event that I wish I wouldn't have missed.
WAG was also off for most of Friday as well, so you didn't miss much.
A lot of technical difficulties. Every time Bridgette is gone, something goes wrong.
It never fails.
Every time. So I don't know if Bridgette's listening on the way to her event, but hopefully this time is not the same. We'll try and keep things together. But Mother Nature is throwing a few curveballs at us. In fact, we do have some more winter weather that's heading our way. Now, not so much today. In fact, the rest of today looks okay. Now, there will be a few snow showers hugging the South Dakota border into Lakes Country as we head into the afternoon, but not looking at anything really to worry about. With temperatures today in the 20s to 30s across the area, we're looking at light winds as well blowing out of the north. Now, as we head into tonight, we'll have partly cloudy skies, and we'll drop down into the teens. And then as we head into your midweek Wednesday, it should be a quiet day in between storms with highs in the 30s. And then a pretty strong Clipper system will dive out of Canada on Thursday. This one's got more wind with it. Now, it looks like the target area on this next storm, instead of being south of the FM area, will be up in the north central and northeastern part of the state. Every areas from Old Devil's Lake through Grand Forks and over towards Thief River has got a chance for measurable snow. It looks like about a 2 to 4 inch band, kind of similar to this last system, except this one will be displaced farther to the north. I think we'll see a rain-snow mix out of that here in the FM area. And again, we could pick up a half inch or so, kind of similar to what we have here. Now, we'll keep an eye on it because our models have been flip-flopping back and forth between north and south. But right now, it looks like a pretty consistent path that the heavier snow of this next system will be to our north. Now, as we head into the weekend, though, we'll have a stronger system. Now, all of the models, I shouldn't say all of them, majority of them are trending that weekend storm to our south. That's going to be a bigger one. Affecting areas of South Dakota into southern Minnesota with quite a bit of snow. We're looking at 4 to 7 inches of snow. Now, the only model that continues to be consistent putting snow across much of North Dakota and into western Minnesota would be the European model. And quite honestly, the European model has been the more accurate one. So let's see what happens. That storm's still out in the Pacific for the weekend. So we'll see what happens over the next few days. But if you have any travel plans on Saturday, you'll definitely want to keep up to date on the forecast. I know state basketball is out in Bismarck. A lot of people traveling out there. And if the European model is correct, then that system on Saturday could be a problem. And we've got caller Terry on line 1. Terry, you got a question. What's going on?
Hey, Dean, this is kind of unimportant, but you know what I really miss in your opener of the show is that screaming goat or sheep.
Okay, the screaming goat.
Every time I hear that, I would just laugh.
Okay, and you know what?
And now when I listen, I'm waiting for it, but it ain't there.
Well, see, that's the funnest part is no one knows when it'll really happen. It's been so long.
Well, it's in the system here, and every time. So our sound system that we use here every time you go, and you know what? I'll get with JT and see if he can figure it out, because it's in our system, but it's not playing for some reason.
So to translate for anyone who doesn't understand our setup here, Dean's got a little he's got a little control deck in there with a bunch of soundboard buttons on it. He just can't figure out how it works.
Well, it's not that I can't figure out how it works. For some reason, everything on our side for WAG is not working. If I go to Jay's soundboard,
stop the hammering.
See, it
Hey,
works.
you aren't allowed to use that. You're not Jay.
See, it works on Jay's show, but for the WAG site, for whatever reason, the sound effects aren't working. Terry, we're gonna get our wonderful engineer department on this and see if we can figure it out for you.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
You got it.
Guess what?
Bye-bye.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
See? That's it. That's all you need. We got a caller on line 2 here. Caller, what's your name? What's your question?
Eric.
Eric, what's
Hey,
going
I got
on?
a question about Saturday, the 14th. What's the weather look like for down towards the cities?
Down towards the Twin Cities?
Yeah.
Not good. No. Are you traveling? And the reason I say that is my significant other is down in Rochester, and she's supposed to be coming back Saturday. And I said, if you come back Saturday, leave in the morning, very, very early, because
Well, that's what we planned on, leaving early in the morning.
Are you going down to the cities or coming home
Yes.
from the cities?
We're going down to the cities.
Okay, I would leave early Saturday morning. And you should stay ahead of the system, because it's the brunt of that is going to come in late morning throughout the day on Saturday. So if you leave early Saturday morning, you should stay ahead of it.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Safe travels, Eric. You got it, man.
Yeah. Bye.
You bet. Yeah, if you have any travel plans on Saturday going south, whether it's towards the cities, towards Sioux Falls, please keep up to date on the forecast. But if you leave early on Saturday, you should stay ahead of the system. So that's good news there. So we're coming up on break now. We are supposed to our guest is out in the lobby. I believe Max. Yeah, Max Steffes, our guest. He will be joining us. And if you have any questions for Max, be sure to give us a call, 701-293-9000. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Weather and Ag in Focus. And we are awaiting our guest. I think Addison, and again, I'll swear by this, every time Bridgette is gone, something happens, and we're guestless now today. So
Some people might.
this should be a comedy show now.
Well, yes, that would be very good, I think. Some people have probably heard me and Bridgette talk about this before, and if you look at the stream thumbnail, what should be the stream thumbnail for yesterday, I often imagine WAG as a ship at sea, but most of the time it's a sinking one, if not an already sank one.
That's a good way to put it.
Boat on ocean floor.
That's a good way to put it. Well, so what do we do when we're guestless and we have no Bridgette? We fill time.
Our favorite thing to do.
And what better way to fill time than to give stuff away? Because then we can engage our wonderful listeners.
Our favoriter thing to do.
Yes, and we're going to be giving away. Two of the bait up cups. Let's give away two of those, okay? Now, here is the first trivia. So we've got trivia today, and I guess we'll do it again tomorrow as well.
And just to specify for anyone who's calling in thinking they're going to get lucky, you are not getting. We're doing two separate ones, right? We're
Yes.
not. Yes. Okay. So don't call in thinking you're going to get two for answering one question.
Right. No. So we will give, we're going to do two separate questions here for weather trivia today. And on break, I'm going to go downstairs and see if we have any of the rain. I believe we're out of the rain gauges, but I'm going to double check in our prize closet to see. But, so here's what we got. So for Fargo Moorhead area, what is the largest 2-day snowfall that we've ever received? For Fargo Moorhead, what's the highest 2-day snowfall that we've ever received? How many inches? 701-293-9000 to win one of our bait up cups. I can hear Google search.
I can hear the keyboard clacking already.
Yep. So again, what is the highest 2-day snowfall for Fargo? 701-293-9000. And we've got a caller already. So caller line 1, what's your name? What's your guess?
Bob, 24.5 inches.
Bob, that's close enough. That's close.
Yeah.
That's close enough. What can you tell me the year and the dates?
Oh God, that's late 80s.
Boy, you've got a great memory. Did you know this? January 7th and 8th of 89. Now, how did you know that?
I was going to say 87, 87, but yeah, unreal.
Yeah. Do you remember that or?
I do from a conversation or something. It was right in my head. Useless information. I guess I didn't forget.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, hey, great memory. I'm gonna put you on hold here, and Addison will get your information. You know where our studios are at, correct?
I do. You bet.
All right, just swing by during regular business hours. But again, I'll have Addison get your information. And congrats! You didn't even have to do a Google search. I love it.
No, I didn't. I'm proud of myself.
Awesome. All right. We'll put you on hold here real quick. So, wow, that was very, very good. That is, 24 point. We haven't even had that, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even think we've had that all season here, or if we have, it's right up next to that. So, but again, if you didn't catch it earlier, we do have more snow in the forecast as we head into. We got two more systems that'll be coming our way. A little stronger than this last one, which put down anywhere between 2 to 5 inches, stretching from Ellendale eastward through Wahpeton, Breck, over towards Fergus. Those areas picked up, again, 2 to 5 inches. Now, storm number 2, again, on Thursday, that is going to drive in from southern Canada and really affect the north central into the northeastern part of the state with, again, about 2 to 5 inches of snow. The difference with that Thursday system is there's going to be quite a bit of wind with it as well. So any snow that does fall, and again, that'll be mainly in the northern valley into northwest Minnesota. That's where the brunt of this is going to fall. Those areas with the 2 to 5 inches, you're looking at 30-plus mile-an-hour winds. So There's going to be an issue with blowing snow in the northern valley into northwest Minnesota. Then we'll see a break on Friday, and then the larger system comes our way as we head into Saturday, as we're going to see that system ride in out of the Rockies. Again, it's of the Clipper variety, so we're not looking at one of those Colorado lows, which usually or has the potential of burying parts of the area. But the Saturday system, most of our models are trending this a little further south into South Dakota, southern Minnesota. But the European model, which has been the more consistent model, and that's what we look for, is consistency among the models instead of flip-flopping back and forth. The European model continues to target North Dakota into western Minnesota with 4 to 7 inches of snow. So, again, the one over the weekend will have quite a bit of wind with it as well. So, regardless, the Dakotas and Minnesota are going to get hit by that one on Saturday for sure. So we'll just have to wait and see what the exact track of that storm is. So again, if you have any travel plans going north on Thursday, that's going to be a problem. If you have any plans around our area or going south on Saturday, that's going to be a problem as well. After that, we've got one more Clipper system coming in on Tuesday. That will be in advance of some much, much warmer air. In fact, areas that are snow-free by the end of next week, again, the key word there is snow-free, could be pushing into the 60s by the end of next week. Now, again, if we get a healthy snowpack on the ground, that won't be realized. But regardless, we are going to warm up quite a bit as we head towards the latter part of next week. So, all right, we're coming up on break now. We're going to take a break. We're going to try and get a hold of Max. Max Steffes, he was supposed to be our guest today, but Max is unavailable right now. But we're going to try and find him and get him on here for the next segment. So don't go anywhere. If you have any questions for us, give us a call, 701-293-9000. We'll be right back. And that's our cue for Max Steffes. And before we get to Max, and we'll have Max on here momentarily, we've got Judy on line 1 here with a question. Judy, what's going on today?
Mr. Wysocki, I got a question. My sister passed away a while back, and the funeral is Thursday. And a few of my sisters' family is coming in from Crookston and Bemidji for the funeral on Thursday, and we all got to be there at 10 o'clock, and for the funeral deal. So what's the weather going to be?
Oh, wow, Judy, I'm first off, condolences. So sorry. And it does look a little sketchy. What time are they coming in on Thursday? Do you know?
Well, I suppose we all got to be there at 10 o'clock for us family, sisters and that. So it's got to be about 10 o'clock. So they'll probably be coming in about 9 o'clock, 8:39.
Okay. Judy, I'm going to dive into, on our next break, I'm going to dive into a couple of our short-term models that are they're just coming in right now. So I will take a look at those on our next commercial break. And during our last segment here, be listening, and I'll kind of give you details on what to expect for Thursday. Right now, it does look like those areas are going to be targeted with some snow and wind. So I'll give a better timing on that for you on our last segment, okay?
I listen to the other stations, and I says, Wysocki is the best.
Judy, you're the best. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Judy. But yeah, listen on our last segment there, and we'll give you more details, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks, Judy.
Bye-bye.
Now, I'd normally say Judy is a relative. That would make more sense.
That's fine.
All right, so our special guest, Max Steffes, is on line 1. Max, welcome. How's your day going?
Good. Dean, I suppose you're going to pay Judy later for saying all that, right?
Absolutely. Checks in the mail. Are you kidding? No doubt.
That's always nice to hear it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, no kidding. So, Max, we're talking about CRP today. For those that don't know what CRP is, explain a little bit about that.
Yeah, you bet. We can certainly talk about that auction. So CRP, Conservation Reserve Program, that's an opportunity government program to basically lease land to the United States government for conservation purposes. Of course, the best tenant in the world, checks tend to always be good. So that's an opportunity for landowners to capitalize on that. And we did have some CRP today. The big talk about, though, Dean, today was the Edson and Margaret Larson Foundation land auction. So I'm over at the DoubleTree in Fargo, providing people with an opportunity for bidding assistance and support today. We're in the process of selling 4,400 acres in 4 different North Dakota counties, including land and steel and trail counties, 3,089 acres. That auction has concluded. We just concluded our Wells County property, which was 750 acres. And at 3 o'clock, we got another section of land to sell north of Valley City with 7 wind towers on it. So it's a busy day today, Dean, and I'm happy to report that the market is stable.
Good. Well, that's one of the markets that's at least stable with everything that's been going on lately. That is good news. That is good. What else you got going on, Max?
Well, that's just it. Land in terms of uncertain times from a stock market perspective or precious metal perspective, it seems like land is viewed in the same way as precious metals, where people look to the real physical assets like land in times like we're in right now. So it's nice to see that land market stable. I have noted recently in the last 2 years here that good land is still selling for really good prices at or near record prices. Marginal land has pulled back a little bit, that land defined by poor access drainage and soils and that sort of thing. So in terms of what else we got going on, we're right in the middle of our spring round of auction sales. This week's no exception. We've got 19 auction events. So tomorrow, we've got a section of land selling in Cavalier County west of Langdon. We've got our online event closing tomorrow. We've also got some land down in Meeker County, Minnesota. And Thursday, we're going to be selling a section of pasture southwest of Mandan, about 938 acres, I should say, a little more than a section. So opportunity for folks looking to invest in some pasture land too, Dean.
Good deal. Now, we've got an emailer question asking about the CRP and the Farm Bill. How does the Farm Bill currently affect CRP?
Well, you know, when it comes to CRP and what can affect CRP acres, it's all about the total acreage cap that the FSA is allowed to, or NRCS is allowed to administer. So, you know, if they allot more acres for enrollment, typically speaking, more land will get into CRP. If they reduce those acres, then typically some contracts aren't renewed, and they're a little more stingy on what properties they allow into that program. So the big thing to watch for from a CRP perspective is how many acres they're going to allow into the program. I want to say North Dakota was like 23 million acres or something like that. It was capped at. I don't know exactly where that's at, but that's something to watch for from a CRP perspective. The payments are always based on the counties. So those are always based on what the rent is in the county, and generally they'll make an assessment on the soil type, and they'll give you a bid for what they will pay you from a CRP perspective. So if you're in a county like Cass County where there's $300 an acre rent, there's typically better CRP bids for rental rates from the government versus if you're in, say, the neighboring county, Barnes County. The rental rates for CRP aren't quite as high, and that has everything to do with the cropland cash rents in that county.
Gotcha. All right. Anything else you want to touch on before we go to break there, Max?
No, you bet. I did. You know, if you're interested in what the land market's doing, opportunity to spectate on that Edson and Margaret Larson Foundation land auction closing at 3 p.m. There's 559 acres selling in an hour and a half here. So, folks, if you're looking to invest in some land with some wind towers, you got to log into steffesgroup.com right now and take a look.
Excellent. Max, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Always good to catch up, Dean. You take care.
All right. You have a great week. And we're going to go to break right now. When we come back, we've got one more weather trivia question for a giveaway for another one of our Bait Up Cups. And we'll run down the rest of the forecast. All that when we come back. And welcome back to Weather and Ag in Focus. 1:46 in the afternoon, and temperatures outside ranging from the 20s to 30s across the area. And again, areas down to our south recovering, if you will, from our 2 to 5 inch snowfall from Ellendale through Wahpeton, Breckenridge, over towards Fergus. Storm number 2 is on the way on Thursday. And caller Judy, she called in and wanted to know what the weather was going to be like to our north on Thursday. So, Judy, I know you said you have people coming in from Bemidji and those areas. Coming in the morning should be okay. That snow should start to pull in from the west close to lunchtime into early afternoon. So their trip home might be a little bit slippery as most of the snow, and it looks like about a 2 to 4 inch snowfall on Thursday, stretching from about, let's say Minot, Devil's Lake through Grand Forks, Thief River, those areas. Could pick up about 2 to 4 inches of snow on Thursday. And the timing on that, again, looks to be afternoon into evening. How much are we going to get here in the FM area out of that? Probably similar to what we had this last round, about a half inch or so. I'm not looking at a lot. The problem is going to be wind. We're going to have quite a bit of wind with that system on Thursday. So areas of the Northern Valley into northwest Minnesota, even with a couple inches of snow, when we've got 30, 35 mile-an-hour winds whipping that around, that's going to pose some problems by Thursday afternoon and especially Thursday evening as the winds start to turn to the north and northwest. So we'll be keeping an eye on that system on Thursday. Again, that does not look like a big deal for the FM area. Most of that should be to our north. Now, we'll see a break in the action on Friday. And our long-range models for that Saturday storm are anywhere, and I kid you not, between 4 to 10 inches of snow across the area. Right now, it looks like the heavier snowfall totals will be into northern parts of South Dakota into southern Minnesota. Those areas could be seeing a good 6 to 10 inches of snow. I think in the FM area right now, for the weekend snow event, that looks to be probably in the order of about a 3 to 6 inch amount snowfall across the area. Again, we'll fine tune that. But if you have any travel plans, I know state basketball out in Bismarck is going on Saturday. A lot of people will be traveling to and from Bismarck or out to Bismarck, so you want to keep up to date on the forecast. Again, a slight shift in the track of that storm on Saturday could make a huge difference. So please keep up to date on that forecast. And speaking of snow, we really haven't had that one big storm this year. So we had weather trivia in the first segment, which was what's the highest 2-day snowfall that Fargo has ever received, and that was 24.3 inches back in January of 1989. All right, time to win another one of our bait-up cups if you can answer this trivia question. 701-293-9000. What's the largest one-day snowfall that we've had here in Fargo? 701-293-9000. What's the largest one-day snowfall that we've had here in Fargo? Addison?
I couldn't even tell you the date of the last time it snowed.
Right?
Because of how much attention I pay.
Oh, man. 701-293-9000. If you could tell us, what is the largest one-day snowfall here in Fargo? We'll give you one of our premier bait-up cups from Darter Plastics. And if you're a fisherman, ice fisherman, whatever, if you like to fish, this is a great way to put your bait in there, and you're not, it's an easy way to transport. So, again, what is the largest one-day snowfall that we've had here in Fargo? Caller on line 1, what's your name? Caller, what's your name? 3, 2, and 1. Goodbye, caller 1. Caller 2, what's your name?
Roger A.
Roger, what is your guess? What's the largest snowfall we've had in Fargo?
23 inches.
For a one storm. No, that is not right. Good guess, though. Good guess. What's the largest one-day snowfall that we've had in Fargo? Caller, what's your name? And what is your guess?
Is it 16.3?
You got it. You got it. How did you know? Did you do a Google search?
A really quick one.
All right. Well, hey, that's okay. Yeah, January 22nd, 1982, 16.3 inches of snow fell on that day. So congratulations. We're going to put.
I remember that.
Do you? Okay. And well, our caller from our first segment with the 24.3 inches back in 89, he said he remembers that day very well. So yeah, when you get those big storms like that, they tend to stick in memory. Mine was growing up outside of Chicago when we had the blizzard in 79, which basically shut down the whole city of Chicago, which is tough to do. The politicians have a good way of doing it, but Mother Nature finally succeeded back in 79 back in Chicago. So we're going to put you on a real quick hold, and Addison, our producer, is going to get your information, okay?
Great.
All right.
Thank you.
Congratulations. All right, so there we have it. Yeah, the largest one-day snowfall total for Fargo, 16.3 inches, January 22nd, 1982. So let's run down real quick, a quick look at the forecast before we leave you for today. And overnight, we did see some snowfall in the Southern Valley into Lakes Country, where areas from around Ellendale over towards Fergus did pick up 2 to 5 inches of snow, and it's those areas this afternoon that are much colder. In fact, low 20s right now from Ellendale through Wahpeton over into, Detroit Lakes area, while everybody else is pretty much pushing 30 degrees. And those snow-covered areas are going to remain in the 20s today. Most everybody else should get up into the 30s and light winds. Now, we'll see a few breaks in the clouds overnight tonight with lows dipping down into the upper teens to low 20s, and then we'll see a little more sunshine for your Wednesday and lighter winds, and we're going to have highs into the 30s. Now, as we head into Thursday, that's storm number 2 on the way, and that will spread some snow from the north central part of the state through about Grand Forks and Thief River. As we head into the afternoon on Thursday, about 2 to 4 inches of snow to our north. There's going to be a lot of wind with that. It looks like we'll see a wintry mix develop here in the FM area as we head into the afternoon, as we're initially on the warmer side of that system. And then once we get on the back side of that system, we'll see more snow showers in the evening with windy conditions out of the north, probably picking up about a half inch or so here in the FM area. Again, the majority of the snow is going to fall to our north. We'll see a break on Friday, and then a larger system comes our way as we head into Saturday. And that has a lot of question marks on it because it is going to produce a large swath of snow across the Dakotas into Minnesota. The question is, where does the heaviest snow out of that fall? And right now, our models are favoring along and south of 94 into northern parts of South Dakota and into southern Minnesota, where 6+ inches are possible. Right now in the FM area, we're looking at probably a 3 to 6 inch snowfall out of that on Saturday. But again, we'll keep a very close eye on that, as a lot of travel for state basketball is going to be occurring for this upcoming weekend. So you'll want to stay tuned to the forecast for the rest of the week as we kind of fine-tune that forecast for the upcoming weekend. So that'll do it for Weather and Ag in Focus today. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Don't go anywhere. The Jay Thomas Show, that's coming up next.